Hey everybody, welcome to the Late Horror Show with Dino.
Ted.
Yeah, it's been a long time,
look at this.
man.
We have merchandise now.
We have merchandise. There's the Late Horror Show t-shirt. Hopefully it's not backwards.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
and one of our listeners helped, design this for us. And
thanks to the Mummy and the Monkey.
I got it made as a shirt.
Getting Tony Beller from the Cleveland, local guy, to do this up.
Here you go, man. Here's the fruits of your labor.
I'll insert picture here so you'll get a better image. But yeah, that's our shirt, and who knows, I may put a little...
I'm famous. I'm on a shirt.
I might put a little store up if you want a Late Horror Show shirt. There you go.
There you go.
But anyways, we got a great movie. My God, Head of the Family, 1996.
Yes, full moon.
This is full moon. This is a Robert Talbot.
It's a fake name.
Sorry, it's Charles Band film.
That's right.
Oh, Charles Band.
He actually has like 3 pseudonyms he's directed.
I know.
Under, so
well, it was one of his later films, and yeah, he used Robert Talbot. No connection to Richard Talbot and Interview with the Vampire, which nobody probably knows what I'm talking about. But
and this is probably, I've watched lots of full moon movies, and this is probably one of the later era ones that are pretty damn good.
Yes.
There's some cool ones later on, Ginger Dead Man, the first one, and a couple others in the 90s and early 2000s. But this one's really damn good. It's funny.
Well, what's good about it is not even that it's a funny movie. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things that sometimes a movie just comes together. Yeah. And the actors in this are great. They actually act great. And Myron, the head,
is awesome.
Is actually his acting performance in this is spot on. Academy Award winning
Kelsey Grammer's head.
Yeah,
in a tiny little body.
Yeah, a little bit.
Chair.
He's a little head in a wheelchair. Oh my God, Myron! Yeah, from the Stackpole family, and we'll get into it a little bit. It's basically, I didn't even say what I was going to say. I screwed it up. What? But oh well.
They're quadruplets, man. There's a family of 4.
Yeah.
Of the Stackpoles, but
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, it doesn't matter now. We're going.
Well, we're gonna do full commentary on this.
Yeah,
we
haven't done full commentary, so
we're back.
You're gonna hear us babbling on and incoherently sometimes.
There's some awesome nudity in this movie.
Oh my God!
Some beautiful women.
Can I just say Scarlett
Loretta,
who is the boyfriend to Howard, who ends up getting it.
That's right. What did I text you earlier? I said I'd leave my whole family for this girl.
And Lance. Who is doing the old ditty with Loretta. Scarlett. Come on, Scarlett.
Yeah, when they're doing it, he has to call her Scarlett.
Yeah. She likes a name, when it gets going.
She's the kind she likes when you talk, man. She wants to hear about it. What are you going to do? You a big man. What are you going to do?
That's right. Oh, no, but let me tell you. The acting was spot on, like I said. Yeah. Okay. There was some cheesy effects. Even Loretta Scarlett, her character, the acting, it was a little bit more cheesier and funny. She wasn't the best actress, but
she was fine.
Oh my God, I could stop and just watch the certain parts of this again and again and again. She was.
That was the great thing of videotape.
A 10. A 10. This was one of the best.
She's up there with Faye Ray.
Yeah, she's up there, man. I'm telling you, just something about that. But it's basically about this. It's a simple concept. Yeah. It's head of the family. It's the Stackpole family, who consists of Myron, who's in the chair.
We don't get to see him right away. We find him out, but he's on the box, so he's
he's in a lot of the movie. It's not like it takes a long time, but it does take maybe the first 20 minutes or so.
The dynamic between the Stackpoles you don't figure out right away. You just think they were these really weird people. Yeah. So there's Wheeler.
Yeah.
Who's got these big bulging eyes.
Yes, and Otis, who's the strong Frankenstein-like type character.
Right. Yes.
And Ernestina, who's just some big fake boobs and walks around like a zombie.
Just walks around and looks good, man.
But and they're doing some kind of experimenting with some
of the
people. Yeah,
Myron's his goal is to be able to put his intellect into a regular body And so he's doing all these experiments. Many of them have failed, and he keeps them
all
down.
of them have failed.
All the failures are down in the basement.
All of them are failures.
And it's like a small hick town. I'm not even sure where it's from. And then there's
Lance owns some diner, and there's smoke in there. This is another thing in the movie, and I'll say real quick here.
And smoke.
There's smoke in every scene. So whether they're filming a scene in the diner,
let's cover those cracks. Smoke.
No, there's constantly smoke, even in his bedroom. Ted,
smoke.
That's not even nowhere near what's going on in the movie.
Radiator,
there's smoke coming in.
Smoke.
Oddest thing I ever seen in my life, and the dog collar scene at the end we'll get to. It's
so Lance runs like the little. It's almost like a diner / general store.
Yeah.
And there's the local gangster. His name's Howard. Nice mullet, rocking the big mullet.
Starting my
and
movie.
He's married to this beautiful girl named Loretta.
Yeah.
And Loretta and Lance are kind of having something on the side.
Yeah.
And it's mostly about Lance trying to get Howard out of the way so he can have Loretta to himself. And by a set of circumstances, finds a way to blackmail the Stackpole family.
Right.
And he is so cool in this way. He's always
calm, cool, collective, and thinks he's got the upper hand.
And the two of them together, Loretta and Lance, are hilarious.
Oh, they are.
And even though this movie was originally supposed to have a sequel called Bride of the Head of the Family,
which never came out.
Right, they never made the movie, but they made toys. And I shot Dino a picture of the toys, so we'll show it to you right here. It looks really cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
And but I would have loved to have seen a movie with Loretta and Lance.
Just Loretta and Lance.
Just going off on hijinks somewhere. I thought
I see them like riding downtown and killing people and becoming that like kind of serial killer Bonnie and Clyde type
like
thing. I don't know. It would
B
have been
movies type of like true romance. Like Christian Slater and just B movie grade.
Oh,
true
I love
romance.
it. I really love this film. I recommend all you guys to go see it.
You can find it online. It's on Blu-ray, DVD. It's if you Full Moon Direct, you can stream it if you pay the little fee they charge you every month. Charles Band puts it out there. You'll be able to get it if you want it.
Pay the fee.
So, and even look how the movie starts with this house. It looks like the Munsters.
Well, I was going to say, there's one thing about the 80s. Well, this is 90. No, this is 96.
Right.
Oh, I'm so far out of it because we always do 80s movies. But this had that vibe too.
Yeah.
Even though it was in 1996, it was Charles Band who did
this could have been in the movie theaters. This was good enough.
The music alone is what captures that period. Even though we're talking 1996, which is still, relatively, people are still coming off that 80s feel when it comes to movies and stuff like that. And the music is awesome.
It's always Richard Band. He's got that little lilting quality in his movie, like Reanimator.
And here, and here you get a glimpse first of Otis, Wheeler, and Ernestina. And
coming down the stairs. And they're just like zombies, like you said, just...
they're
walking down the street, and we'll find out what their deal is later on. Oh God, here's Howard. Check out the mullet.
They're all sitting at this diner, which there's no pictures or nothing on the back wall.
No.
First of all, you got to class up the joint. Put something on the back wall. You know what I'm saying?
This is just the back room. This is like the basement of some office or something.
Yeah, and they're because
you get a little taste of Howard. All right, you tell him I'm going to weigh the shit myself on my own scale, and if he's short, I'm going to break his other arm.
Yeah, because Howard kind of is the gangster of this town.
He's the bad. And and there's Loretta eating an ice cream sundae, and she's perfect. Her
right here,
shape is perfect. And he's telling her, "You're getting awful mushy in the ass, there, girl."
That's what he says. You're getting mushy in the ass. He also turns around and says, "Sometimes I feel like a big turd in a little toilet." Funny.
I mean, when you got a movie with dialogue like that, it blows everything else away.
And oh my God, yeah, and he starts putting down Loretta and stuff and saying she's fat and stuff like that.
No, there's the smoke you're talking about. Just the smoke coming in.
Yeah, because
there's no lights in this place.
What happens is Otis Wheeler and Ernestina comes in.
You got one of the customers like he's eating Cheerios.
Oh yeah.
Here come the Stackpoles.
Here come the Stackpoles. He's eating a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, he goes up to Lance and he's like, groceries.
Groceries, yeah.
And he's like, okay, here, go have this filled. And look how he doesn't even want to touch the paper. He gives it to the guy and just
Notice the register here is at 1 cent.
Oh, yeah.
It stays 1 cent the whole movie.
Does it?
Yes.
I didn't even look at the register.
It stays 1 cent the entire movie. Oh, and they have an old phone in there that he uses.
Yeah, what is up with that phone?
That he doesn't even... He pretends he's turning it because it's a turnstile one, a rotary. but it doesn't
move.
Turn. Yeah, it doesn't move.
Oh God, look at Howard right in front of his wife, man. Just goes up. Hi, Ernestina. Looking pretty good there.
and Lance looks like what's his name from Lost?
A little bit like Sawyer.
Yeah,
from
Sawyer
Lost,
from Lost.
except with his hair kind of combed back. I kind of thought he looked a little like Casper Van Dien, in my opinion.
But he had that look about it. But Howard,
he looks like he should be out of Game of Thrones or something like that.
Howard looks like just some doofus, and
and he's just like, I don't even care if she is a retard. You know? I mean, it's the '90s. We were still,
right.
We still did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What? I'm gonna get
dings. It's used in this movie quite a bit.
That's right, and I'm gonna say it.
But look at there she is.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's an angel out of heaven, man. Look, she's. I gotta look at her. Oh, I love watching her ass when she walks. Says she's got to go to the bathroom.
We know what's going to happen.
And look, he pulls away her ice cream. Like, get rid of this. She can't have it.
Well, and he looks towards her as she's going off there and gives her a glance. But guess who says, I got to go in the back office for a little bit.
Yeah, I got to go get some French fries, Susie.
Yeah,
we got enough up here. Don't worry about it. And they're down in the basement.
Oh, and this is what happens throughout the movie. They constantly get together in little isolated areas.
In this spot, they pretty much get together in this spot.
Oh, and it's hard to look at this part.
Look at all this.
It's so. But yeah, first of all, when they came there,
Howard just checking her out.
Ted, when they came there, but Howard's checking out Ernestina.
There's like 3 things on the shelf over there. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. When he walked in, I know. There we go.
They're going at it.
And I like when they do go at it here, okay, Lance and Scarlett throughout this movie.
Well, yeah.
It's always dialogue and talk.
Right,
like
he has to call her Scarlett.
But he talks as if like he's talking like, oh, the news said today that.
And look how he's moving.
Yeah.
You tell me what you're going to do, Lance.
Tell me what you're going to do, Lance.
Yeah. Howard, he's got a small dick. He ain't big like
oh my God, all kinds of crazy stuff.
She gets off on the talking.
Right.
And it's so funny, the banter between them.
But his dialogue is like simple, formal stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do with the car next week there, Scarlett? I mean, it's just stupid stuff.
Hang on now, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, Howard, he's tired of waiting for her. He's going there.
It's like she taking an awful long time.
I ain't never seen a woman take this long to pinch a loaf.
And he hears her, and he's like, he can't stop. I mean, come on.
He's putting his head over her mouth.
Yeah, don't make no noise. Oh, my
Loretta.
God.
Loretta, where are you, girl?
So he checks in the girl's room and closes it, and just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Loretta, you back here, girl. I love Howard.
Howard?
I love him, man. Oh, look. He's sitting right there and he's holding a box in front of his junk.
Yeah. He's got it.
He's like, she's using the employee bathroom. There's a little door back there.
Yeah.
And you're like, Loretta, what are you doing there? What do you think I'm doing?
That's another thing. Even though Lance and Loretta is doing this kind of, behind his back, he has not a clue. Even when it's right in front of him, he has no idea what's going on.
He is not the smartest
He's
criminal.
not, but yet he's running a criminal mastermind operation down in this boondock town.
He's busting out all these businesses, like later when he wants to become his partner.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur.
and he's always, his thing's always like, what's that word? What's that word? What's that word? Scam artist?
And Loretta,
no.
Oh, there she is again. We gotta look at the face. So
we better
cute.
Be careful. Oh no, she's telling him that Howard wants to talk to him.
Yes.
He's like, and he's like, is he mad? Well, now that's kind of hard to tell because he always seems that way.
and he started getting really scared here, Lance, and I'm like going, I don't know. There was just something that how are you scared of Howard?
Well, he's sitting there in the restaurant.
I mean, I'm looking at Howard
putting
in this
a gun
movie and
together.
going,
he's in a public place. He's in the middle of this guy's diner putting a gun together at the table.
Right. I never got that whole vibe that I would not
Howard
be scared. That I would even be scared of Howard, or he's running this. But anyways, he's a
Howard's
character.
A rough guy. He'll mess you up. You heard him at the beginning of the movie talking about breaking people's arms.
Oh my God.
But Lance is cool. Look at him there. Slide this joint into whatever. Spring goes flying.
Oh, that's what he's doing. How did I not notice that? I think I was still thinking of Loretta.
You think you're trying to save a couple of C notes? Loretta, put it together yourself.
Loretta. Gonna go get her, Loretta.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that mullet's not real, but man, I love it.
And he has that what's that guy's name with the long flowing hair on covers of novels? Fabio. He's got that Fabio look to him, which kind of made me like
got a little hot there.
No, very disturbing.
So Howard wants to talk to him about a business proposition.
Love the pan.
I love. He tells her, "Well, go, Loretta, sit down next to Lance. He ain't got
see
cookies."
The smoke. Look at all the smoke around.
Yeah, because he wasn't smoking before. He had a cigarette in his mouth, but it wasn't lit.
No, there's every scene. There's going to be some kind of smoke. You'll notice that throughout the movie.
Oh, wait, maybe that mullet is real. I can't tell now. Like, don't sit next to Lance. He ain't got cooties, have you?
He almost pushes him towards him. He almost looks in the face like Shane, too, from The Walking Dead. Oh, my God. Anyways, whatever. What do they look like?
It doesn't matter. You could just do a close-up on her the whole movie. Look, he has no clue. They're sitting right next to each other. No clue.
Well, Lance thinks that Howard's going to get him on, hey, I know what you're doing, and this
he
is...
He thinks I don't
and
think he suspects.
He even almost gives it away by going, hey, we've been... and I'm like going, what are you doing? You idiot!
Yeah, I don't know what you heard. What do you mean, what have I heard?
I'm like, come on.
He's like, nothing. What have I heard about? Nothing.
Unbelievable.
So he's talking about how he wants to, be partners. Probably run some drugs or do some illegal stuff out at the back of the store or whatever that. It's a front. He's like, yeah, I work with the laundromat and whatever. Someone's garage.
The garage.
He's like, I'm one of them entrepreneurs. So he's like, how much you make in this place? $1,000 a week? He's like, no, not even half that much. See, I'm going to help you out.
I'm going to help you out.
I'm going to help you out and help you make some money.
What's he going to bring in some of his friends?
50-50.
I mean, come on. He tells him at the end, too, when he's sitting there, he goes, so this meal's free now on the house, right? Because I am your partner. So he gets away with his... free. Imagine if you go in there with that shtick, every single time and just leave without a meal. Well, you can hit probably 100 restaurants,
put some
a year.
Of your kids' hair in the food.
Or that too.
When you're in a restaurant, you just refuse to pay. You go, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat around it. But
I got to the bottom and there's a rock in my food.
That's right. There's a mouse.
Where'd that come from?
My mom used to always do stuff like that. She'd call the companies and tell them there was stuff wrong. These crackers were stale. This can of Coke was stale, was flat. There was a mouse in the tube of toothpaste. Just to get free stuff. Just do it all the time. She and my aunt used to switch off because my aunt liked Pepsi and my mom liked Coke, and so they would each call for each other.
And they would get stuff.
Get coupons, get certificates.
They would send it to them.
They don't care. They just want you to be happy. It's no skin off their ass to do it. So just so you know, man.
Gotta say, man.
If you're a Coke drinker or a Pepsi drinker or something like that, just call them up. Tell them the case was flat or you bought a 12-pack and one of the cans was empty, some shit like that. They'll send you coupons.
They took our Cujo video down YouTube, so,
YouTube bunch.
What can I tell you?
YouTube.
Yeah. But anyways, hey, I gotta thank the people for the creepy crawl. Everybody new watching us here is
that like the State Road Crawl?
The
State Road Crawl. State Road's a big street bus, and there's a lot of bars on it, and you go from one end to the other. Is that what that is?
That's true. No,
what's the creepy crawl?
Ted's so out of it. He just came.
Oh wait, that's what the Manson family called it when they would sneak in people's houses and rearrange furniture and stuff while people were sleeping.
The creepy crawl.
The creepy crawl. Before they started killing people, it was called the creepy crawl.
24 hours of horror channels live, one channel after the other.
You did that?
I guess hosted on Nightmare Mavens.
Don't those people sleep? I go to sleep. I can't talk about horror movies for 24 hours. Oh my God.
But it was awesome. And Horror Addicts, thank you.
What did you talk about?
It was really cool. She put it together, Gory B.
What do you talk about for 24 hours?
We're back to the diner
scene. Ain't nothing
here.
happening in this movie.
You need to look at the back. Look at all that smoke.
I know.
What's going on with
someone's smoking a cigarette back there.
It's like...
This is the 90s. You were allowed to smoke in restaurants. Except in California.
So I think the cameraman was
everybody back there was huffing away.
I think the cameraman was a chain smoker, and he sees and he was the only one running this camera the whole time, and he's blowing
big cigar.
He's shooting it out in front of the camera.
Someone dragging on a cigar.
he goes, Robert Talbot. I mean, Charles. That smoke's getting in the scene. Is that okay? He said, it doesn't matter.
Here we go. Sex scene number 2.
Oh, my God. And this.
What just happened?
Gets a little bit better each time, too. This one's a really good
trying to
scene.
warn Lance to better watch what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're about to ruin the image and the style that he's used to.
Oh, look, man, they're in the back of his car.
He got funny. And then he got a honey.
You'll probably listen to Meatloaf Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Oh, my God. Because who didn't do that?
Yeah, they're in his car, that's, in the back seat. His car, very comfortable.
You notice he's never naked? She's always butt naked. And he's always like fully clothed.
She was fully clothed in the first scene, too.
Yeah, she was. Right here, nothing on.
Right here, she's got nothing on.
And he's got a shirt, tie on, and everything.
But you know what's irritating here is that you can't
she's
not
really even lined up proper.
Yeah, you can't. It's all.
I know. I'd be
the whole front's in the
dome
shadow.
light on. Where's the smoke?
There's no smoke here.
Yeah, and see, she's talking about they want to kill Howard. We gotta kill Howard. We're gonna kill him.
Call me Scarlett. While you're doing it, though.
So here, the Stackpole, they got a little scam going to get. God. This is how
they get their victims.
Otis just pulls out this big gate that's covered with foliage, and there's one of those road signs that tells you to turn this way.
Yeah.
And he covers the whole road with it. So here comes Mr. Hillbilly. Look at the handprint on the and his license plate, Hunk of Love.
Hunk of Love,
Hunk of burning love. And he's just driving, chewing his
gum. Quick scene,
What the hell?
What the hell? And
I better turn off.
He doesn't notice that there's a gap on the right-hand side. That would be the first thing I noticed that I can get around there.
And I would just keep going.
But instead, he drives over this big hunk of dirt.
And I think he's like driving through the woods.
Yeah, I mean, later Lance says that's the driveway going up to the Stackpoles.
Right.
But even then I go, well, in front of the Stackpoles driveway coming off the road, they got this huge bump.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which Lance is actually taking Loretta back home, I guess.
Right, because Howard's out, in one of the other
and they're going
to come something. They're going to be back for a while.
Yeah, they're going to come up to this.
And it's like that little fantasy of theirs to get Howard out of the picture. Wouldn't it be great? But they just don't know how to do it.
Oh my
God. Something's going to happen here in a moment. It's going to,
I IMDb'd this Loretta.
And, she's just done like a bunch of like Playboy and Penthouse video. Nothing like porn.
She looks beautiful now.
I know. She's fabulous.
She's one of those women who just ageless and still looks good. But anyway,
she is, man. She's fabulous, man. One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
But Lance looks at this and says, because they come up to the roadblock too.
I like how he walks up there. Now this is some bullshit.
Yeah, what the hell's this?
This is a lot of bullshit, right?
But at least he's smart enough to know that there's a way around.
Lance is a smart guy.
He is a smart guy.
For this town, he's about as smart as they come.
He is.
As Loretta says later on, as far as this town goes, he's about to swallow that.
That's
funny. So he's like, that's the way to the Stackpoles over there. But he's going to go check it out anyway.
He also, this guy looks like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
He also looks like that other guy from MTV, did the fire show.
The fire show?
Some fire engine type.
Fire!
Oh, I don't know. But people know what I'm talking about.
What? MTV fire? Is this something new or
he used to do that fast speech back in the day on MTV when about the government, the fields, you know what I'm talking about?
Randy of the Redwoods?
Maybe.
It's not Randy of the Redwoods.
But anyways.
Look, he's checking it out. Now, maybe does this take place in Florida, or is the guy just from out of state? I don't know. Hunk of Love. But yeah, he sees Otis taking the Hunk of Love driver out, banging his head on the truck a couple of 3-4 times.
Your head down on that pickle.
And they take him into the house, and someone drives the car away. I don't know who it was.
Ernestina drove him around back.
So he spots what's going on
where there's
here.
a big swamp.
That's what we find out.
That they get rid of all of the cars for their victims.
So he's going to get in the car, tell Loretta what he saw. He's like, I saw the light. I saw the light. Because the gears are turning now. He's got an idea.
Yes.
It was like, maybe maybe we can use this to get rid of Howard. And
little blackmail for
some blackmail.
Head of the family.
Which I like. He's always looking. He's always looking to advance.
Well, and he says when he's driving in the car, she mentions about killing Howard. He goes, it's the killing part is the easy part. I don't care to
it's
do
the
that.
Getting away with
it's
it.
the getting away with the thing
Right.
that bothers me. You know, I'm like,
hey, it's true in this day and age.
oh, it's so funny.
Oh, look, Hunk of Love wakes
Hunk
up.
of Love, the victim.
God, look at Wheeler's eyes. Jesus.
Wheeler,
like he has no eyelids.
right? Yeah, he's just got these big bulging plastic eyeballs, and
it's like the ones that used to be on those springy glasses. He's just got them in his eyes like that.
And
what the hell is this? And you can hear Myron talking. We don't get to see him yet, but you know they're gonna do a little experiment on him. We've done this many times before, and they see the gas mask.
And up to this, I like that imagery too of the where he's looking out at the light, and you can kind of see a mask looking. But the thing with the guy Wheeler's eyes, he's got like they all have this power. You know, Myron's going to explain it a little bit later.
Right.
But each of the family members make a whole. They've all got...
Yeah, pretty much they all make a whole person.
Yeah. Well, and right here you're seeing all of their victims.
The whole bottom of the house is like a big dungeon.
Yeah, his mistake. Oh, yeah, it's just dungeon. Yeah.
There's the one lady that just says, snow.
Yeah, which we find out a little bit later.
I like when Howard ends up becoming one of these. And I love when he's like, every time he sees someone, he goes, hey... what's going on?
Yeah, he knows who they are,
but he's like lobotomized. He can't do it.
They're just wandering down there hopelessly.
What are you doing here?
What's going on?
All right, I'll see you around.
Because they put on a play at the end. But anyways,
they're all wackadoos down here.
Yeah, but Wheeler.
Why would he keep them around? Oh, he says that because they mildly entertain him.
Right. Yeah. And how they feed them later. We'll talk about that.
Oh, God.
But, let's throw them some bread. And the ones that are drooling too bad because they can't
get nothing.
He just drops it in front of them. But Wheeler, and there's the one that says Snow. She's like kind of the brains, Myron's love interest. I don't know.
I don't know.
But,
look at him pulling up. What is it
Wonderama
called?
Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop.
And then I didn't mention, again, we interrupt each other a lot. When Stackpoles came into the shop, at this diner, which is a Wonderama Stop and Shop, there's no groceries.
Like I said, like by the window, there's a shelf that had like a couple bottles of bleach and detergent and stuff.
What are they coming there for,
There used to be a place.
Look at how smoky it is there now. I know it's a diner and they're
I used to
go,
now, I used to go summers down to my grandparents in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And
I'll get back to
there was like
family in a second.
A junk store. I think it was called This and That.
This and that.
And
like the clutter box that I would go down in the rain.
And you would go in there and it's just a bunch of junk.
Just this and that.
There was like, detergent, mouse traps, Lays from Hawaii or something, an old Cabbage Patch doll. I mean, just crap like that, like all in that order.
Well, it's like the stores.
This and that.
So it's like a lot of the they're just called beverage stores now, where they got all beer and booze and this and that in there.
And this and that.
And they don't even care to name it, like their son's name or this thing. It's just the beverage store.
The store. There's that one over on Broadview. It's just called The Store.
Oh. Okay, so...
Oh, God. Lance sees the
Stackpole's coming again to get some more groceries.
And look, he's basically getting in their face and say, hey, you're going to need to talk with me because I saw something. Let's just say someone I know saw something.
Lance's hair looks fake here, don't it?
A little, maybe. And look, Otis, he grabs him by the throat there. He's like, you're going to have to talk to me sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's grabbing him by the throat. I wouldn't do that if I were you. He'll let him go, but
I need to talk to you.
This is the start of the blackmail. He tells Susie, the waitress that works this place, before he does this, I got big ideas. I'm moving on up.
Moving on up to
moving on up. Yeah, it did look fake there.
Yeah, it looked like a.
Oh, here we go, Lance in his purple silk pajamas.
Yes, and Otis grabs him.
And his apartment's just one room, isn't it? You just open it. It's just the bedroom.
Right. Yeah.
Like the apartment door opens and there's the bed.
Look at, oh my God, it's Ed Wood style wall and everything. Did you see that completely
see the whole wall shake?
Everything shaked and moved. The door, everything.
And that's not even a joke. Like, I'm not even talking about the Ed Wood movie. Like, if you actually watch his movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Burton, that's his best movie right there.
And, hell yeah.
And I mean, that's if you ever watch the Ed Wood movies, that's exactly how it is. Shoulder into the wall, the whole set shakes.
Oh my god,
that was perfect. Go on, next shot.
Yeah, next shot. Yeah.
So they take Lance to the Stackpole house, and we're finally going to meet Myron.
Yes, and I do love how he explains all of their powers, or like how they all,
Right, Otis is the strong one.
Yeah, he's got superhuman strength.
Right, Wheeler has very acute senses.
Vision, hearing, smelling. He can smell a woman a mile away.
Ernestina, well, obviously her assets are obvious. And then here we get Myron. Just a little head. He even has to have like a little strap.
I love this.
Around his head to hold it up because his head's so heavy.
Charles Band did an awesome job with this head.
The little hands coming out in the prosthetics.
And how it's moving.
Awesome.
And the actor inside that mask that moves and talks, and his personality. Like I said, Oscar-winning performance.
This is a great
he
movie.
does a great job acting.
And
that if it wasn't for him, it was still a good movie. I like the characters, everything. But this dude just puts it way over the top. This movie was so great, and I love. He almost looks like, because the chair is in the shadows almost. You almost don't even know he's sitting in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you never get until the very end. I don't think you even get to really see his body.
Yeah,
he's got like some bottle of something, IV, whatever, hanging up there. I don't even know what that is.
It looks like he's almost green screened in there. It's weird.
I'm wondering if it's that or if it was like a forced perspective kind of thing.
Could be.
Using different cameras to lenses to make, the one character look further away so that he looks bigger. I wasn't sure if it was green screened or if it was... Yeah. Because you see how he's in the... Or it could have been cut. Like, kind of like cut and paste in there, possibly.
Right. Yeah,
like they used to do with some of the old movies.
Looks like they did something to that.
Yeah, there's some optical trick there.
And I love how he starts explaining to Lance about him.
Just like the Mad Men, they always have to explain everything.
Yes, he's like... And I use Wheeler for all things I can see, smell through him. They're
telepathic.
Yes. And he goes through each one of them and says, I can see through Otis and Ernestina. I don't need to mention what I get from her. That's what I'm saying.
Does he only get male pleasure from Ernestina? Like if he feels what she feels, I wonder.
Unless he makes Ernestina, sleep with some women. I don't know.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Because he totally loves the chicks. Because at the end with Scarlett and Loretta here, it's like. But I love the sweat on his face and it's all so good.
Full Moon used to be the shit.
Oh,
you used to be able to go to the corner video store and rent any Full Moon movie. Like if you just saw that Full Moon logo on there, you knew you're getting something good. I can't tell you how many times I rented Subspecies 2 and a couple of the first 3 Puppet Master movies, especially. After that, I probably didn't. I didn't have as much interest, but the first 3 for sure. I rented those a lot. I remember one of the first ones I saw.
Trannies you rented a lot.
Trannies.
Oh, that was the back room. Shoot.
I know. I couldn't wait till my 18th birthday when I could go in the back room. All right. Mecca.
Cosmic Video used to have just the shower curtain across the thing. You could just pull it across. I remember being a kid, and they just pull, and you see right in there.
But yet you could be like 16 and work there, and you could go back there and put the videotapes back.
Yeah.
Because my sister worked at one before she was 18 or whatever. Putting the porno tapes back.
I worked at the video store. I worked at Cosmic Video.
Did you?
Yeah, and I remember putting those back there. It's a funny feeling putting them back there on the shelf and
seeing the people in there and
where they're just like inching over, like when you're putting the movies back.
I didn't care, man. I took my tape, I slapped it down. I'm renting that.
Well,
I needed to know what I'm doing with it.
I needed to look at the covers though, and just know what the movie was about, And
you got to know what it's about, huh? You like to study it. Write a 3-page paper on it.
Yeah.
Analyze it as one analyzes Moby Dick.
Oh, my God.
But, that was the cool thing. You'd go to the store, and this is kind of like the end when, maybe they weren't as good so much after this, but there was still a couple good ones coming.
Right.
But That was the cool thing back in the day.
Oh, God.
When you saw the tape case of this with Myron on it, and that was all that was on the cover is Myron in the little chair. You're like, I gotta see this movie.
Or cheerleader camps, XXX.
Whatever.
But yeah, so what's going on right now is Lance is basically
telling him what
blackmailing him, and he said,
"What if somebody happened to see you, kill somebody?"
Right.
He's like, "And you guys got a lot of that swamp out there. Nice place to hide a car." And I'd be ashamed if somebody went to the police.
Love, he told him he seen the license plate, what Otis did, and the whole 9 yards, and basically told him, blackmailed him, and he says, he told him I got a lawyer too.
Right, because Myron's trying to say, why should we? Because what he wants is Howard dead.
Right.
That's what he says.
Right now, that's all he's doing.
He's like, I just want that big guy to do to Howard Oates what you did to Hunk of Love.
And I
Make
love
my life a lot easier.
I love that Myron knew right away who he was. Mm-hmm. He goes, oh, yeah.
He's like, why should we do anything to help you? Meaning, and Lance is just cool the whole time. He's like, yeah, I know you think you could just get rid of me, but just so happens I might have a lawyer that I gave a letter to, like you were saying if anything happens to me, if I don't call and check in regularly, if I don't, then that's got to be given to the state attorney general's office. He's going to come here and take a look at you.
You got to always go with that one, No,
so that's all he wants for right now.
Yeah,
is just to get Howard out of the picture, and Myron will kind of grit his teeth and reluctantly. I mean, Myron's smart, but he ain't that smart
at the starting gates.
It's like Myron's smart, but I don't feel like he's that smart. Lance is just as smart as he is.
No, I mean, in a way, you're right. I mean,
excuse me.
No, you're right.
Here we go, Howard. Look at him eating his big breakfast.
Oh my God, those potatoes.
What has he got, man? Taters, biscuits, cinnamon
If those
roll?
are potatoes, man, those look really bad.
Oh, there it is.
They're scarlet too.
Oh, this time from behind. How you gonna do it, baby? How you gonna kill him?
Yeah. Well, Loretta.
Don't you worry.
No, you say. Tell me, Scarlett.
Big man, he don't kill him. He has somebody do it.
Mm-hmm. See, even here they don't show nothing. I mean, she's all covered up. It's the very end that you see full frontal.
Yeah, there's some full frontal in this.
Yeah.
She bears it all.
Oh my God.
She's good to go.
That's not a bad position there, to be in.
No.
I'm talking about Howard sitting at the
Oh, I thought you were talking about this position. I was like, no, that's not a bad position.
I know, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But Howard's gonna go.
He's riding his cycle somewhere.
Right.
I don't know where he's going.
Well, Ernestine is gonna.
Right. See, they live up to their part of the bargain.
So Ernestine is on the side of the road, and he's totally
just
there,
pulls over
right away.
Well, hello. And even at the beginning of the film, when he says to Lance when they first came, the Stackpoles first came in, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to get me that piece. I don't care if she is retarded." And he mentions Otis, and he's like, "Yeah, what are you going to do?"
It's 1 cent.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Still 1 cent.
And he's like, "Well, you think I'm scared to mix it up with that guy?" No, why don't you go ahead and do it then? Yeah, there's that phone you're talking about.
Yeah, and when he goes and turns it doesn't turn. It's like this solid piece of... it's weird.
And phone rings, and you can hear it's Myron's voice. Just says, "It's done." I forgot. What's Lance's last name? Biggins or something.
Lance Biggins.
Bowen, I don't know.
Let's see.
But he tells him it's done. Howard is no more.
And
he also, makes sure he has to not warn, but he tells Loretta, you got to keep it cool. You got to pretend like you're worried about Howard. You can't be celebrating.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're in the apartment now. Yeah, she wants to know, how'd you do it?
Loretta's got that short shirt on.
Mm-hmm. And once he says,
she's got a belly button ring too.
I know.
1996.
Well, she was ahead of the curve.
She was ahead of the curve, I think. You're right. Mm-mm. And she tells him basically, why can't we do it in a home, on a bed, in a real bed?
What's the point of killing your husband if you can't fuck in a bed?
And he's like, we gotta be smart about this.
Right, can't have people pointing fingers.
You can't automatically run to me.
Us together.
It's going to be, obvious that something's going on here.
He did it. Because he tells her, you got to have an alibi before. That's what he was telling her when he was butt banging her down just a moment ago. You know, you got to go out of town with your girlfriends, go to the beauty parlor, make sure people see you.
Love how giddy she gets too, and she's always smiling. It doesn't care. She's happy, giddy.
As soon as she hears about it, she's like, "I'm too hot, man. I got to do it now."
Yeah, she says it right away, man. It's like, let's just do it.
She's a good little actress in this movie. I think she's hilarious.
She is.
I mean, I genuinely, yeah, she's pretty, and the two of them are funny together. But I genuinely think the two of them together are like really funny. I like it.
They both come together as characters and really make
the movie.
I would have
loved to see more movies with these two characters.
Heck yeah! I wish Charles Band would have,
that was the gold right there. Just him getting out of jams and stuff like that. I thought that was hilarious, especially the end when they've got him upside down. It's my favorite part.
Did you say something?
No.
Here he goes. This is what Otis starts feeding them, and he's got a bucket of potatoes.
Look, he gives the
Irish
guy
famine.
Takes two. He's like, 1, 2. Yeah. And then he ends up just throwing them both away.
Yeah.
Look, he just
hits the wall with it. But raw potatoes.
It's good stuff. It's good.
I guess it's good. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can survive.
It's some root that grows in the ground. How good for you can it be?
Yeah, it's true.
It grows in the ground. How good for you can it be? Jesus Christ! It grows in the dirt. It's not even cooked.
Depends if a pig and a cow takes a dump right over that stuff.
Exactly. There's no cheese on it. There's no grease.
Do you like how the bars have like rope on the other side?
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
It's like,
oh, Howard, look, man, you can see the whole front of his head's all messed up.
It's just an eyeball's taken out and part of his brain is exposed so that he can get an infection.
I guess. So what happens here? Lance shows back up at the house again. Yeah. And he's going to bilk him a little bit more because he knows.
See the smoke even in this screen?
Over there.
Look at it.
Over by the door.
Yeah.
It's a little misty, but it's smoke.
Yeah, and see the image of his head is just, it's placed there somehow.
It might be superimposed. It's probably an effect because obviously the head's got to look bigger.
Right. And later on when they do show the actual prosthetic head, you can tell. It doesn't look as good as this. Mm-hmm. It's got the paint, And,
like with the tumble down the stairs.
Yeah, you can tell the big difference. Like this looks really
You would have made that look a little bit better? Like put something in the head that like make it like puff out a little bit once in a while. Like a vein.
Yeah.
That would have made it look really cool.
Like pumping the vein. That's not
just
a bad idea.
Little, yeah, just a little squeeze of something. But the Stackpoles are actually kind of wealthy. What you'll find is they've got their hands in oil and coal and things like that. So Lance is not going to stop with just Howard.
Yeah, see, this is where
he wants to bilk him for a little bit of cash every week.
This is where he makes a mistake, though. It's like, man, you got done what you needed done, and he's just like, you know what? I can take this further,
Exactly. He's like, I think about $2,000 a week.
$2,000 a week.
And he tells Myron, now don't even start crying like that's a hardship for you, because I know it ain't. And, he comes heavy, man. He's got a couple of pistols on him, and and he's he reminds him about that lawyer and
that damn lawyer.
That's right. So as of right now,
and he tells him in a top drawer.
Right, Myron's in a bind. You could just see in his little face, he's just pissed off. We're gonna figure something out.
Had to mess this up.
Who'd you knock over?
I knocked over the bride. They're all falling now.
Oh no! Bam! 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 Bam!
Okay, let me just set these up, guys.
Time out. Dino's got to fix his.
Okay, there we go. Need my figures to stay put. But yeah, he goes in there. Man, look at all that.
I know it's loaded with bread in there, man. Ooh. I'd have took a couple more.
Oh, I just love that. Look at the family sitting back there. I love the house too.
Yeah.
It's the architectural feel to the house. The red curtains.
The red drapes.
Yes.
Like Twin Peaks.
You know what movie I just seen that people have been telling me to watch for a long time now? It's a vampire movie. What We Did in the Shadows.
I've heard of that. Is it any good? Is it? It's a comedy, right?
Yeah, it's good. I really enjoyed it. One of the rare occasions that a newer movie, was pretty damn good.
I haven't. You know what? I think it's
like documentary style. It's like
right.
Following these vampires.
What made you think of that?
Man, I don't know, just the heck of it. Spooky Astronauts. It's been telling me forever to watch it, and I gave it a shot.
I've heard of it. A lot of people do dig it. I'll have to check it out one time.
Yeah, it's fun. I just wish they would have kept Peter. just a little bit alive longer in the film because he was the Nosferatu looking dude. He was the eldest. And I'm like, he's dead.
Very interesting.
This is the part where look at all that smoke. But this is the part where we start.
You're right. Nobody's smoking, but there's smoke everywhere.
Yeah, Ted's getting tired. Ted's worked a long. Did you work a long day?
No, I didn't work today, but I still had to get up early with it.
It's been a long time since we did a commentary. The GD kids.
The GD kids.
Yeah, we'll be getting to this regular again eventually here.
Yeah, we got a short list of movies we got to be doing commentaries on. A lot of goodies, a lot of oldies that we haven't gotten to yet. So we ain't done by a long shot. So, I like this. I like just sitting for an hour and a half and bullshitting over some movie. I wish I could get paid to just do commentaries.
Well, what do they go back to the diner then?
Well, yeah, because she's got to act all concerned because she ain't seen Howard in about a week, and
you got like how she almost slips up.
Oh yeah, and Lance says because Susie's there, she's the waitress, and she's asking, "Oh, aren't you worried?" And
she's like,
well, foul play is suspected.
And she also slips and goes, well, he told me to, I mean...
Oh, yeah, he says, did you call the police?
Yeah.
And like, oh, yeah, just like you told... I mean...
Yeah, that's what... Yeah. And meanwhile, Wheeler, who can hear, superpowers, whatever.
Right, because Myron tells him to follow him, and we're going to look for some kind of weakness, something to use against him.
Yes, get the name of the lawyer.
Look at him sitting there, man. Look at what he's... Oh, I love it, man.
Yeah, the look of his face,
look at you can see his little
concentration. It's just so good. And then he's also at the apartment. He's just following him everywhere, listening to everything. And him and Loretta.
They want the name of that lawyer.
Yeah, him and Loretta are up there doing it.
Oh,
and this is a great scene.
Pouring champagne,
and she's totally naked.
Licking it off her belly.
Totally naked.
I'd love to do like a couple lines of coke off that belly. What? Come on. If she laid a line of coke on that belly, you wouldn't snort it?
No, I'd brush it off and...
No, man, you lick that coke right out.
Ted's a coke fiend.
Getting coke.
Ted doing coke fiend.
That's why we haven't done a show for a while. I was on one of my coke binges.
Yeah, really. Oh,
family didn't know where I was for 2 weeks.
This is a good scene. You can even see the fuzz at the bottom there.
The fuzz.
Yeah.
A little launching pad.
Oh, and I like how Myron starts because he hears. Mm-hmm. He goes, you think you're going to... There's a close-up of his face while he's talking, going, you think you're going to get... he's going to get him, and Ernestine is feeding him the food in the
feeding
mouth.
A little bit of soup.
Oh, it's so pathetic.
It's awesome.
But yeah, Ted was... it's been a while since we've done these, because Ted was... You were... Yeah.
On my coke binge.
In rehab.
Once in a while,
I got called there a couple times because they needed somebody other than his family to settle him down a little bit.
Well, sometimes when a couple of guys come into town I ain't seen in a while, just we get a little buck wild.
I know.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, no. you do what you got to do to let your
I don't
let
see
the
nothing
steam
wrong.
go. Let off a little steam.
That's right. It's just a little coke. A little robbery.
Vanilla Coke.
Robbing a few grocery stores and things like that.
I can't believe you did that, man. I can't believe you did that.
I didn't get caught for that. Pulling some ATMs out of gas stations, stuff like that.
You could find Ted.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You could find Ted on what episode was it? Whatever. Caught in the Act.
That's right.
It was on TBS or something late night. Oh my God. Pulling the ATM out of there with your van.
I do cocaine, baby.
Here, watch him turn this thing when he starts to call. Look at 2, 3, 4, and he's not even turning it. It's 2 the whole time.
That's right, man. Charles, just hold your hand over there so you can tell that the damn thing doesn't work.
2.
And this is where he's calling the lawyer to check in. So he was actually telling the truth about that.
No, he was. I thought it was just Josh and
Arthur Rascal, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Forget.
And he mentions his name, and you hear the voice say, "Okay, and what was your mother's dog's name?" Elvis P. Wrestley.
Yeah, that's his. They're like code.
That's like their code word. So
Elvis P. Wrestley. Oh God.
So Wheeler's got it, man. He heard it.
It's another thing. I can't wait to get the set back up right proper. Some nice
you know what we need in the
prints.
show?
Yeah.
We should have stripper poles on each side and hire a couple of chicks to just
Dance while we're doing
just twirl on the poles while we commentate.
it.
We would probably get more subscriptions that way. I mean, the only other thing that would make it better is that, you know, if one of us had boobs, you know, we could wear something low cut.
Well, you've been topless a couple times, but
If I thought it would work, but you know, I don't.
You know they kicked somebody off of Twitch because of that. A guy just went like this. They kicked him off Twitch.
What's Twitch?
That is so out of it.
What? Is that another platform or something?
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Twitch? You freaking play video games?
Not really.
It's more of like a video game streaming service, but people have
I play the Nintendo Switch.
ventured over there too.
I don't play like any.
Oh, we're missing a great part.
Oh, they go to the lawyers.
The Stackpoles go to the lawyer and
The secretaries. You can't get in without an appointment with you, Otis.
Otis just punches the dang bitch.
And she just flips right over. They walk right in the office and, you know, they want letter, you know, breaks the finger. That's one. No, I ain't never heard of no letter. I don't know no letter. Look,
What else was Otis on? I know his face is familiar.
Oh, for the love of God, I don't know.
He's been on other things I've seen. I just can't.
So the lawyer, he gets the letter out of the safe, gives it to him, and they're like, copies. There aren't any copies. Crack. No, what do I got to say to make you believe there's no letter? Crack.
He opens eyes and he freaks out.
And eventually
too.
just twist it. I mean, they just kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have known that was coming anyway.
Yeah, where's the
You think
other
they're just going to break
copies?
your fingers and leave so you can ID them?
Where's the other copies? But I like how when he takes those glasses off and he's got those big eyes, he almost looks like the creature from Black Lagoon.
A bit like the Gill Man.
Oh my God!
Look
I
at
love to
this-
see. Yeah,
The secretary's legs.
her legs are just up, and the camera's like she must be like holding the camera
Knocked
and
cold.
shooting up.
Oh, and here we go again. They're always in that same spot in the basement of the restaurant.
It's a perfect spot, you know.
I guess. Ooh, she's moving and grooving.
Yeah, she's riding the horse, you know.
Come on, ride the train.
Ride it. Come and ride the train, the choo train.
Man, I've had plenty of girlfriends, but I never had one that was that good to go. Never once.
Oh yeah, that's,
I mean, you always had to juice them up a little bit or something like that. This girl's just ready.
You had to coke them up.
Whatever, I mean,
Vanilla coke.
Whatever you
Some
do,
Pepsi Crystal.
you chew on their neck, you spit in their ear for a minute or two, you smack their ass around. I mean, this girl's just ready to go. Good to go without a word to say.
Oh
I mean, it was no work.
Oh boy. See, yeah, I ain't gonna get into it.
I love it.
No, I mean,
All right,
I'm not gonna say
here's
it.
what I'm thinking. They're talking about all these plans. I've been thinking about this.
They start getting serious,
Yeah.
talking, and
What do
you
you
can
mean
see
about
her
us?
smile goes away, and he starts going too. He starts going, hey, keep going. We're losing the rhythm.
We're losing the rhythm.
He starts going again, and he's like, what the heck?
Well, no, man, because she, I don't know, she thinks for a second there, like, I don't know, like maybe he's done with her or something like that.
Well, isn't he proposing right here?
Just about, yeah. Yeah.
And she's like saying, what do you mean?
make all the
What?
girls in them titty videos just look like, and she thinks he's proposing. Where is it? Where's the ring?
And just
well,
is that a line of beer cans across the back wall?
Probably.
Oh, and she gets really excited because he says, get a ring for you.
Sorry, we can't talk too much when we're watching this.
I know, it's tough.
And you'll see, like when you got it, watch it in a little TV down there.
Yeah,
And that's full moon, man.
Well, they're
Really
done.
pulls it.
Well, I'd just like to see her like bite her lip.
Oh, isn't it great? Wait, and I like the simplest little things. Like I don't even care about her being all naked. She's just pretty.
I know that's what I'm saying. She's just pretty. Look at her. Oh my. Okay, yeah. We say it how it is, right? That's what our videos are about. You're just hanging with us watching a movie.
That's right.
That's what our commentaries are about. But yeah, she's she could stand there all day for whatever.
Pretty
I care.
much.
But what else been going on, man? Nothing?
Not too much, man.
No?
Not too much.
Just a rehab, out of there. and
Yeah.
Good to go.
That was
then?
rough. I mean, I don't even feel like I had to go. I mean, court said I had to go, so that's why I went.
You have no choice. You have no choice.
It's not like, I mean, I've been doing coke for, I ain't hooked. I mean, I know people have been doing coke for 20 years. They ain't hooked.
You do 2 liters a day.
whatever, every once in a while. But I mean, just past the record album,
Remember that time you turned the record player on? You had it lined up all in a circle.
Oh yeah, I thought it'd be really cool to get down there and like let the vinyl go around.
Yeah, and you did that whole.
But I had it on
line.
78 instead of 33. Oh
You
man,
had the whole line, and it just flew up your.
Yeah.
And your eye got real big and red on one side.
Yeah, the one got really red. The other one didn't. I don't know why. And I do have a blocked nostril.
And I had to slice it. Remember with the
cut me, Mick.
The razor.
When I said cut me, Mick,
because it was just it was huge. It was humongous. It was crazy. But
it's like ice up there.
Yeah, I just can't get over the smoke in this film.
Who just called in?
Look there's the smoke in the house.
Oh.
What's it doing in this room?
I have no idea.
What's the smoke doing?
Maybe he's cooking
in Lance's room.
Maybe he's frying some bacon.
He's calling somebody up on.
But
the
who
phone.
just called him at the restaurant? It was probably Myron.
Yeah, I forget. I can't remember. But I know he's on the phone here in Ernestina. Oh no. It was Myron, and he told him that you'll be getting a delivery soon.
Right, because he wants $2,000 a week.
Yeah, and Ernestina comes in and throws him the $2,000 and basically drops her.
And he even says, well, hello,
negligee.
Ernestina, or should I say Myron. And yeah, she starts...
And most would look at her and say, oh my God, that is better than Loretta.
No, she's not better. I mean, she
got fake boobs.
She's got
punch those.
She's got a big pair, and look, she like goes down on his feet, and she starts.
Do you ever
working
get those?
Towards his...
Do you ever get those fake ones? And I like to punch them, like not hard, but yeah, like kind of like that.
Like that.
Yeah,
he's slapping them around.
Have her. I built this big table where they hang. You cut 2 holes in there, and they just sag through there, and. You get underneath, into my crawl space. I made it's a nice little chair area there, and they'll just hang them through there and just pop them. But and one time, one split open and started leaking, and I got boy,
perfect nipple.
Otis comes to get So Otis punched Lance out in the bed.
So
He'd taken him. Otis comes back to get Loretta, and she's laying in the bed, and she rolls over. And
for one brief moment, Myron doesn't have control. He's, pretty girl, don't hurt me. Otis not hurt, pretty girl.
Yeah, beautiful girl.
But then you can see Myron's like trying to get in his head. You bring her to me. You knock her out, whatever.
Yeah.
You do what I
tell you. So he really gets into their head. Yeah, and so yeah, he gets back. Yeah, and takes control and brings her to oh my God, the whole time. Sorry, anytime Loretta's in the scene, it's hard to talk. I know. But
here it is. This is my part when they got Lance upside down. I love it.
You see the veins in there and everything in his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean that's probably hard for an actor. He's actually upside down.
See, this is the prosthetic part of it, where
this is the surgery room.
You actually see the chair, his head in the face, and the makeup effect on the face, which isn't as good as how they showed it before.
Yeah.
However, they made it different. I don't know, but it is a little bit different. But still, such great acting job, man.
He tells me, "Yeah, we found your lawyer."
When
he's like this, well, I guess you found my lawyer.
And he acts like Sawyer from Lost or something. Like nothing's going to jar him.
Nothing.
He's like, okay, you got me hanging upside down, do what you may,
They bring Loretta, throw her to the floor, and she's going to be out for herself in a second. Yeah. And I love what she does.
Oh, my God.
She sees, she's like, oh, my God, it talks. You're like, yeah, that ain't all it does.
Oh, my God.
And I love, this is probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just the banter between all 3 of them.
Right.
And here's he telling me, well, Myron, sounds like a pretty good plan, but there's one thing you forgot. You made one mistake. Yeah. And he tries to tell him that he's got another lawyer. Well, what if I have another lawyer?
And Myron says a very smart thing this time and says, well, then I'm going to torture it out of you.
Right.
Or I'm going to
torture
her.
And he's telling her, you just might as well just shut up because it's the only bargaining chip we've got. He's probably going to kill us either way, so you might as well just be quiet.
Yeah.
But I love it when he's telling, if anything happens to my other lawyer, anything happens to me, go to the police or whatever. And, I love how calm he is about it.
You mean Lance, right?
Yeah. Lance.
Yeah. Because Myron's a little upset, but he's like,
But then
he's like, I had it. I'm not going to deal with this pressure, basically.
Right. He's like, I might as well just kill you and be done with it.
I mean, look how good that affects her. Charles Band does a good job, man, with this.
This movie, yeah. Absolutely. Full Moon obviously doesn't have the money that Hollywood has.
Right.
And they've always done the best they could with what they had.
And sometimes they come out with gems.
And now they do like product placement, things like that. If you have a product, you can put it in the pay and have it in the movie, and you get your name in the credits, and
kind of like Patreon,
almost in a way. I mean, they love making the movies, but like the DVDs, the Blu-ray stuff, it doesn't cover the cost of the amount that they sell doesn't cover the cost to make these movies.
Right.
So it's kind
creative.
of you got to find creative ways to get the money now, and they are doing. I mean, I guess they're from way back in the early '80s. This is the way they did it, the independent way.
You've given a whole speech in the Capitol about that.
Well, you know what? I mean, when you don't want to work in the Hollywood system and you got your own ideas and you want to be your own boss, then this is about the best way you can do it.
It's a good year you had there too, making the rounds at the colleges and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, doing my talks and the protests that happened and everything like that.
Unbelievable. And the apes that came. Right after that. Jeez.
I know.
I thought it was the end.
They made a mess. They shit all over
the Ebola
place.
happened.
Well,
you were caught right in the middle of that. No, it happened. And all you used was saline solution.
Yeah, I didn't let it bother me at all.
Yeah.
It was a big scam.
Heck yeah.
A little vitamin C, a little Zicam, and some saline.
Come and see the apes. Come and see the apes.
It was fine, man. They were throwing shit everywhere, spreading Ebola left and right. Didn't phase me
chimps and baboons. And I think it was mating season because, man, they had some red asses.
Man, one of them went after me. My ass is still a little raw from that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because they're strong.
I didn't think you'd mention that, though, man.
You know what? I don't lie about nothing.
Because you were ripped apart.
I was tore up from the floor up. But
yes, you were.
What are you going to do? Is Loretta throwing herself at Myron yet?
She's starting to, because Lance is saying there's not much I can do.
Right.
If I can't give you... And I love his look. Myron's look. He's like, oh, come on.
I've always been attracted to intelligent man. She's basically going to throw herself, her body, her sexuality at Myron to try to save herself.
She's smart. She knows what she's doing.
She's using what she's got.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
But the way she convinces him, it's just like...
But I love what Lance said. You're like, honey, you're just embarrassing yourself.
And she says, shut up, man.
Yeah, she's always like, be quiet.
Shut up.
Are you shitting me?
And he's like, are you... And even Myron starts going, are you being serious?
Well, yeah, he's not buying it for a second, but he's playing into it. But then... Here she comes now. Now she's going to start doing it.
Yeah, she gets real deep with him. Like, I really like the intelligent type.
He's like, oh, yes, well, Lance over there, I can tell. He's like, well, he might not be the smartest person, but, in Boone County or wherever we're at, he's about it.
I love how he put that mole on Myron's forehead. It's actually gross, but it distinguishes him,
Speaking of gross, Myron's going to be sticking his tongue out here in a second.
Oh, God.
Gonna get a little tit slip.
Yeah, she starts flirting with him and everything, and to push it over the boundary, she lowers her top.
Oh, I know. Just look what you could be having.
Yeah, you can have this all. And he basically tells her, well, I'm not just intellectual. I do have working parts.
I am a man.
Yeah, he does have a working... I mean, I don't know. His body is like this little
whole
compared
scene. You got to watch it for yourself. We can't do it justice.
No.
The interplay between all three of them. This is completely my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, heck yeah.
When I was watching it, I was just cracking up.
Yeah, and it goes on for a little bit. I mean, the dialogue and the characters' interaction is just... Yeah, I mean, it's just...
I mean, she's throwing herself at, I'll do anything you say. I'll be yours.
And you see him, like...
Really?
Thinking about
no one's
it, like,
ever talk to me this way before. No one's ever offered me this. He ain't buying it for a second. I mean, it's obvious what she's doing. Oh, he starts licking his lips.
Yeah, the whole time he starts...
See if he can turn her off.
Getting the lips licking there, and
And I love Lance in the background, just hanging upside down.
Oh, my God.
Loretta, will you please knock it off?
Oh, my Lord.
Quiet. Oh, here she goes.
Here she goes. She's going to finally use what she needs here, and that's, that's her body.
Look at Wheeler, man, just staring back there with those
I
sunglasses
know.
on.
His senses, oh man.
That is perfection.
Yeah, they should make a statue of that's for sure.
Yes.
Or a robot doll.
Yeah, or write a poem or something.
Those Japanese should be making a, robot of that.
Japanese. Man, I'll tell you what, when the shit goes down here, that's where I'm going to go, man. I'm going to go to Japan. I'd love to live in Japan.
They just have...
It just seems like a calm place to live.
Yeah, and they're so advanced in their thinking of the future is what I like about it. Like science fiction wise. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we're doing stuff here, but they really dive real deep into their...
They get everything first over there.
I mean, look at the robotics that they got going on over there and stuff.
Absolutely.
It's all coming from Japan, man.
Someday. Oh, here comes. Sorry,
no.
Here comes the tongue.
Yes.
Oh, look, there's like little blisters on it and everything. Oh, God.
And he brings it out, and look at, there's a drip of... Oh,
man, she doesn't even really flinch that much. She's,
because she's still using it. She knows...
And now he's like, take her away.
I think she would have been sicker if he went for a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
But here he only licked the tip of the nip.
He licked the tip of the nip. I like that.
Yeah.
But he says, unfortunately.
Thanks for letting me lick the tip of the nip. But
I'm sorry. It's just with all my work, I just don't have time for romance.
Right. And look at Lance is just laying...
Because he's got to do his experiment. He's got to find a body to put his intellect in.
And Lance is just laying back there, too.
See, I told you, goddammit.
And she's just sitting there. Oh, my gosh. Even there, the film effect looks like he's closer up than the rest of them. Oh, yeah, it's... I guess you got to do what you got to do to make him appear larger than he is.
You know what? They did a better job than I could do. So.
Well, hell yeah. Oh, no, not putting it down at all. It's just, the effects of it and what, you could tell. But I know. Okay, there we go. Otis grabs her and takes her away.
Look how she's trying to pull up her shirt. They take her away.
Thank God she still
Please,
got that.
my offer's still open.
Thank God she still got that belly ring going. But, so yeah, he's basically going to get her and put her in a play.
Right. They have a little theater in the house.
And torture. I mean, so he's going to force Lance to watch the torture of Loretta as they put on this play. Theater? It just and look at all the smoke. He tells him that back in all the smoke.
There's lots of smoke. You're right. I didn't even notice that when I was watching it.
Through the whole movie, it's crazy.
It just it
different places, different rooms. It's a room with a view. Oh, I can't wait to eat something. I need a burger.
A Roman burger.
Not this late at night.
What do you do? Sneak out and go, or you go in there and fry a burger?
I'm not sure.
Family's trying to sleep and you're in there frying up food.
And I'm singing, no, making a pot of spaghetti with all my Siciliano's friends. They all sit around the table.
Today we're going to make the chocolate mousse. Here's the chocolate and where's the mousse?
The chocolate mousse.
Swedish chef from the Muppet Show.
Unbelievable.
It was always one of my favorites.
I know. I used to sit down with my grandfather all the time and watch that.
Muppets.
Those were some good memories.
Did you watch that? Because not much is going on here right now.
Classic Muppets.
Did you watch that newer Muppet Show that was on like maybe 2-3 years ago?
I never did. And it's done already, right?
It was one season, but it was not bad, and they took it off. Yeah. I thought that show was better than the last 2 movies that came out.
Really?
And there was one that had Josh Groban in it.
Okay.
And he and Miss Piggy were having a relationship, and because in the show she and Kermit had broken up, and they're getting like massaged, and Piggy's getting like those hot stones on her, and the Swedish chef he's walking outside. He's like, somebody cooking the bacon. He even says earlier on in the episode, he's like, the piggy be groping the groobin'. The piggy be groping the groobin'.
Oh my god.
Stuff like that.
I know, I love that stuff, man.
It was gold. Oh. But here Myron's telling Lance that back in the day, back in the early 1800s, they used to bring actors here and do plays. What does he say? Even John Wilkes Booth did a play here in 1859, and he's like, was that before he killed Lincoln or after? He's like, well, before, you idiot.
I know. Common sense. Come on, tell me.
And he says, we're gonna put on Joan of Arc, and he uses the brain dead people he's got downstairs to act the parts out.
They're smart enough for they can at least act out the play, and some of them.
And he tells her, of course, we need someone beautiful to be Joan of Arc, and the last actress we had, she just says Snow now, so we're going to use Loretta.
And basically, he's going to burn her,
as Joan of Arc was.
Yeah, and Lance tells him, well, you do that, you're going to burn the whole house down.
Oh yeah.
And Myron tells him, no, we've taken precautions. We've fireproofed everything.
Fireproofed everything. Yeah. Ventilation for the smoke. And
all the
this time
lobotomized actors come in.
Look at him.
And the one guy, he's the best actor of them all. I mean, you would think he'd get special treatment at least.
He's got Loretta's lines taped to like his cross that he's holding.
So she can hear it.
Isn't it funny that they used to do this to people? People say they speak to God every day, and we don't burn them at the stake anymore.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we should start burning people at the stake again.
You think in some places that don't happen still?
Well, hopefully not in the United States.
You would hope, yeah. But how many people go missing in this country every?
Well, those are sold into sex slaves. That's that whole Pizzagate thing. No. They put some billboards up there and think. People care about that, but nobody wants to. You find is, not to go off on such a depressing tangent, but if you even try to talk to people about it, people don't even want to hear about it.
No, they don't.
They're like, no, I can't even fathom. Like, they don't want to hear that that's happening to children.
Turn their back.
Exactly.
It's like,
because it's so horrible that they don't even want to hear about it. So.
Oh, this is the scene where the play starts.
She's got the dog collar on.
They've all got dog collars, and if they don't say something right, he shocks them.
Myron's got a little button on his wheelchair.
Yeah, they're just dog collars.
Read your lines, and she's trying to read these lines. And act this play out,
and she's not using. She started to try to really act. Don't ask me why she's even attempting to be a good actress, but she's actually. That's the funny part. Like she's. Her makeup's perfect. She's not sweating. Mm-hmm. She looks perfect.
Perfect.
And she's not even really worried about the torture scene. I mean, she's putting on an act like she don't even care.
Well, maybe she thinks Lance is going to get her out of this,
I don't know what's going on, but even she's got that attitude to where when he says read it, she starts reading it, and she's like, doing a good job.
When she talks about Charles Vi, and he shocks her. Yeah. It's Charles. The VII
means the seventh.
Charles
the seventh.
Charles Vi.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And look at look at all the dork, whatever you want, the lobotomized.
Oh, they're gonna rip her dress off here in a second. Throw her to the floor.
Yes, this is the full frontal.
Throw her to the floor, please.
Full frontal.
You still, even after being on this planet almost 50 years, I still get excited about that. Those are like two words that I really like.
Yeah, not bad.
But it's funny how when you go to a movie and it's like a dude, it's full frontal, everybody laughs. And it's just because we look absolutely ridiculous naked.
Yeah.
With that freaking thing hanging between our legs. What the hell is that?
That's true.
At least a woman looks pretty.
Even women will admit that women have a beautiful form.
That's right.
Body. And males are just...
we have nips for no reason. We got...
Here we go. Reasons behind the male figure.
And you got that big schlong between your legs.
Yeah, it's hard to sit. It's hard to do a lot of things when you got that.
And the older you get, and they start
legs.
sagging, it's terrible, man.
Oh, Lord.
Like you're in your bedroom trying to, get a good scratch on it, and the old lady's, thinks it's funny to sneak behind you and
here we
give
go.
a flick.
They tie her up, the ending scene of Joan of Arc, and here they go.
I bet you they didn't really have Joan of Arc butt naked.
Right, no. But I love what a good job this one guy's doing.
He's the only good actor out of the bunch.
And I like when they just tear it off. But getting back to,
Poor girl.
the middle knee that us men have.
Yeah.
Like even when you're trying to sleep at night and you're on your side,
mm-hmm.
you don't know whether to keep it in front, push it in back.
I usually keep it in back.
Yeah, but sometimes that gets a little uncomfortable and you gotta.
And now I remember.
Oh, there we go. They ripped it off.
Now I remember my grandpa. He'd be taking a nap.
Yeah.
And there was like one time, like in his boxer, it was so long. It was like a big bulldog ball hanging down. And you thought it'd be funny, like I said, take the finger and give it a flick and wake him up out of his. See, now it ain't so funny.
No, that would hurt so bad.
That big bulldog ball.
Do you ever accidentally or somehow get hit in there, man? Oh my God.
Man, chicks don't
feeling
know,
in the world.
You don't know what that feels like. It is terrible.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like especially when you have kids, anytime they jump on you or the restaurant,
right.
it's always a knee to the crotch.
Knee to the crotch.
Always a knee to the crotch.
And you're like, what are you doing that for? You know what's there. It's oh my. Oh okay. Yeah. So she's hanging up there, and they're getting ready to.
They're going to
start
torture
the fire. Yeah.
And Lance start the fire.
Lance is still trying to tell Myron that hey, this isn't going to end well. You can't do this. You're going to be in trouble and all that stuff.
That's right.
He's
trying to think of something.
Yeah, he's trying, but there's not much he can do.
See, this is why I think more movies with these two characters would have been great.
I know.
Bright
of them on. Oh my God.
That'd have been such a great. I don't know why he hasn't made it.
Or even...
I mean, you made the little... If you go on Full Moon's website, we showed you before, I mean, they made the little figure of her.
Or how about a movie... How about you call the next one after this, too? Otis Stein? Him and her.
Make a whole series.
Because of how it ends. Just like living together and her in charge.
Right.
Of, these other...
Well, the end also implies that, Myron's still around.
Right.
So with that laugh, oh, look at her.
Yeah. Oh my God, looks so good. Getting towards the end of this movie.
It's building up the tension. Oh, they're setting fire. What are they? And I tell you what, for just having a pile of wood there, it goes up pretty damn fast.
Oh, and you could see that fire like way in front of the camera.
I know. Oh, it's hot.
It's hot. And Otis starts going, beautiful girl.
Pretty girl.
And
Myron's hold on him is not going to last.
Beautiful
He's going to go up there and save her.
Not get hurt. And this is Lance's chance.
That gives Lance his chance because the big behemoth is out of the way, and I think he can take Wheeler.
Yeah.
And he does. He gets the glasses off and just thumbs to the eyes.
And I like that he takes off in his wheelchair. And now there's really smoke here.
Well, there's a fire, dude.
Do you think during the fire and after, they filmed all the other scenes really fast?
I think they caught the smoke in jars.
Saved it for the other scene. You like how he actually, when he was carrying her away, she was naked.
Yeah.
But then, as he's walking down the steps, she's wearing a jacket's over.
Well,
he stopped somewhere to get her a jacket.
He got her a blanket.
That was nice.
Pretty girl. And he carries her down the basement. There's Howard. Hey, Loretta. What's going on?
I love how he says that. He's just so nonchalant.
Hey, he's eating his potato.
Loretta? Is that you?
What's going on?
I'd like to fry this in some oil. You got some oil?
Anyway,
you got some
we could
Crisco?
make some julienne fries.
My grandfather's recipe. I could work on that. Loretta? What you doing there? Oh my God, it's too much.
Oh, they're going to escape.
I think they had a smoke machine that just could never go off.
I guess. So what is this going to do? Sets the whole house on fire here.
I guess in case of something going on. Well, it looks like it's going to blow up.
Yeah, well,
but it's a fire, I guess.
Yeah, he did something to set the house on fire there. Because it was fireproofed. Look at Myron. Look at him tearing ass on his wheelchair.
It's awesome.
Oh, God. Lance gets hold of the wheelchair. You think you getting away, are you, boy?
I like how he pushes him all the way to the top of the stairs. And he's going to just like push him out.
Pushes the whole chair down.
And his body just goes flying.
Yeah, I love that part because that's the only time you really get to see his body.
Look how big that is, Ted.
No.
Would you not love that?
Look at his little body.
Oh, my God.
That'd be a great plush doll.
It would be.
This huge head.
Heck yeah. Oh, my God. I would love... He's turned...
Why didn't he stomp on his head a few times?
I would love to have that as a prop in my house, that wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And him in there, of course.
I think it'd be great to go through the mall with that, like even with the IV bottle hanging.
That's something me and you would do. Oh, my God.
Oh
my God, you can
Lance?
see us actually...
How you doing?
Oh, yeah, he goes, Howard? Yeah.
Okay, see you around.
Yeah, that's what he says. I'll see you around.
Wow, that was a cool effect where it looked like his eye was gone. That did look cool.
But you could see his eye moving behind there, too, a little bit. But, you know, Ernestina coaxes him.
Save me. And she's backing up.
And he's like, I'm coming.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Why would you do that? Just the fact that she's backing up.
Right.
Should lead you to believe
but she has... That's her power. Her allure. And I guess...
Oh, man. Wheeler shows up with a knife and stabs Lance a few times in the gut.
And he kills him.
Yep.
You would never thought Lance would end up dying in this movie.
I wanted him to go on.
Oh, shoot. A little too late, right?
Well, you know, you're watching it on the TV there.
But yeah, you would have never thought would die. But
I know.
Oh,
I think that was a missed opportunity because I think those characters would have made another great movie.
Yep. But Myron's...
look, he's carrying her away. Oh, look, you see her little tush.
Oh, yeah, little hair pointing out down there. But yeah, the house starts going up in flames. And Otis is standing in there in front of...
House burn. But see, Loretta's not stupid. She knows everybody's burning up inside. She knows the Stackpoles are rich with, like we said, oil, coal,
and she's
that sort of stuff.
smiling. She's sinister, man.
Well, she's got to look out for herself.
She is like something else.
You know, and she knows that Otis here, he's the lone heir to that fortune.
Yep.
So she's like, well, come on. And she's going to take him, go marry him.
Well, he tells her, first of all, because she was going to get away and just go.
Yeah,
he goes,
that's true.
He goes, beautiful girl, Otis. You know, basically.
And that's giving her the idea. You know, the guy's got the money.
And she goes, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can be in charge. All that good stuff. So, yeah. And look at her. She's not even sad that everything else is going on.
She's not missing Lance at all.
Yeah, she's got no, like... What am I trying to say? She's got no...
Remorse?
Sympathy?
Empathy?
Yeah, all those things.
She's evil.
Oh, she is.
But, you know, she's had a hard time this movie. All these guys have let her down. Yeah. Look at Lance. He wouldn't give up that lawyer's name to save her life. And
no, not at all.
So she's going to look out for herself. I can't say as I blame her.
And she goes to...
Here they are getting married.
Yeah, they're going to go get married.
And Otis can't even say, I do. He's like,
ooh. I know. And he's like, I think the Reverend says good enough. You know, something like that.
Right.
You know? Look at her. I told you she never stops smiling.
She's got a beautiful smile.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my God. But yeah, the film pretty much ends with them.
They get married, and then... It ends with Otis starting to laugh, and you can hear it sounds kind of like Myron's laugh. Yeah. Which is going to imply that, you know, Otis is under Myron's control, and Myron's still alive. Yeah. So,
and he's got...
She didn't get all she was hoping to get. So it kind of ends on that dour note, and I really wish we could have got that second movie.
I wonder what the story behind the Bride of the Head... I mean, would Loretta be part of that? Would she be part of that? You know,
I guess she'd have to. Well, you know, why not? But I seem to think.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the videotape, I don't have the DVD.
Yeah.
When I used to rent it, Full Moon videos were like, they kind of invented the idea of extras.
Yeah.
You know, whereas DVDs, everybody got
There's
used to extras. Yeah, there's the laugh and the smile, and the movie's going to fade to black.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. See?
Yeah.
And maniacal laugh. And after the movie was over on the full moon tapes, there was always something called a video zone. And it would be behind the scenes stuff on the movie you just watched or movies coming out. And it had, like, they were talking about this movie, that Head of the Family movie. Yeah. So even back then, you know, it was an idea, you know, and it never happened.
It's a shame it never happened, man.
I really don't know why. I know.
Because this was a solid film that I really, really enjoyed.
I've been wanting to do this one for a while, so I'm glad.
I know.
I'm glad you got to see it.
This was on the list before, like, Creeps and Videodrome, all those things.
Yeah, I mean, it was one.
No, Video Dead.
Video Dead and all. Oh God, don't remember.
I know. We went through a list. Although Hobgoblins, I really enjoyed. I'm sorry, that was really bad.
Enjoy.
But I had fun with that.
It is a so bad it's funny.
Yes,
movie.
that one is.
But it's no good to watch by yourself.
No.
You got to watch it with people.
Yes.
I mean,
we did a stretch of films there. Like I said, Video Dead, Hobgoblins.
And all those movies are better when you're watching them with friends.
Yeah.
You know, what we do is we watch it individually, then we come together. We don't script anything. We don't do anything like that. We just blurt out whatever comes to our heads.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll come in and go, oh, that movie stunk. But when we watch it together, it's like, okay,
it ends up being
so bad.
So damn fun.
But that's the thing about horror movies for the most part, though. A lot of times they're more fun to watch together.
Back in the day, that's what drove us to it. Like the bad VHS copies of that we would get that were terrible movies.
That's what we do
like
on Saturday nights, man.
You know, you would hang out with your friends, and that's the memory. Like we said, how is that your favorite film, or how is that so great? It's because you got together with friends and it made a party of it, and it's just memories just brought back and made this such a great film. You know what I mean?
That's what makes them fun.
But this was a good film. I'm glad we were able to get another commentary in.
Yes.
It's been so long.
We'll do another soon.
And we plan on doing a lot of some other stuff too and all that. Once things settle down. I mean, I'm glad we got this in. We can get some more in here. Right. But, you know, we're in the process of moving. And Ted's off the,
off the hooch.
Off the hooch, and, we'll be doing good. So
once my probation's over.
But anyways,
not allowed to go near schools.
Save for the end, here.
I can't buy a gun.
Like us on Facebook,
I can't buy toothpicks.
I ain't even saying anything. Twitter, whatever.
Twitch.
Instagram.
I don't know what Twitch is.
Horror Amino. We're on all that stuff.
Are we on Twitch?
We're on iTunes. You can look for the Late Show. Yeah, soon to be Late Horror Show T-shirts.
Imagine having like a coffee mug or, like women's underwear with this on the butt. I mean, come on.
I am. Heck yeah, man. Oh, I can't wait.
My family got this for me for my birthday. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, look out for that. I'll be doing an update video soon, I'm sure. But nevertheless, look out for also for the Scares, where we do the nominations for the best movie poster.
We were guest presenters
on March 4th, I believe, live on Horror Addicts. You can find us there.
That's right.
And many others. It's going to be a fantastic evening.
A lot of presenters that evening.
Yes.
A lot of awards to be given away.
Very important people there. With that said, as always, later. Late Horror Show. We out.